What's up guys, Sal here. So the Nothing Phone 2 will launch in about a week's of time on the 11th of July, and as expected, we've got some extensive new details about the phone, including the camera samples. Starting with the design, you see OnLeaks revealed the first look of the Nothing Phone 2 a few weeks ago, which showed that the design will remain pretty much identical to its predecessor, except the frame will be rounder and some slight changes to the glyph interface. Turns out he isn't totally right. Nothing has released a teaser video for their new phone, which reveals the front and back of the phone. It shows the front with a centered punch hole cutout and what appears to be uniform bezels on top and sides of the display, unlike OnLeaks' renders, which show the front camera at the side and uneven bezels up front, which clearly is not the case. And I think it's the right decision because the cutout at the center looks much better in my opinion. By the way, if you're wondering, the screen will measure 6.7 inches, 120Hz AMOLED. Moving around to the back, it looks pretty much the same as what OnLeaks showed, including slightly curved aluminum sides instead of flat sides on the Phone 1. We also have the camera samples from the Nothing Phone 2. Carl Pei, the CEO of Nothing, has requested people who have the review unit of the Nothing Phone 2 to share the camera samples, and that opened the floodgate. Starting with 9to5 Google, keep in mind that Nothing Phone 2 still has a dual camera setup. The Phone 1 had a 50 megapixel main and 50 megapixels ultra-wide camera, so the hardware was there but it lacked the processing. But looking at the camera samples from the Phone 2, it's clear they've made a considerable improvement in camera post-processing with sharp, vibrant colors with good contrast and detailed images. 9to5 Google says the selfie camera isn't awful either like its predecessor. As you can see, there's clearly a massive improvement here. The camera on the Phone 1 was holding the device back compared to competing devices, but I don't think that will happen with the Phone 2. Sure, these aren't comparable to devices like the S23 Ultra, but again, it's not competing with the S23 Ultra. It's more targeted towards the iPhone 14 or the regular S23. Also keep in mind that these are taken with the beta software, which means the camera will only get better with the final retail version. Also, we have another interesting news. Nothing OS 2 will debut alongside the new smartphone, but it's also coming to Phone 1 sometime in August. And Carl Pei suggests that the company is working on new features that only work between Nothing phones and other Nothing devices. He didn't say what those features are gonna be, but this sounds similar to Apple's continuity approach, like file sharing, screen sharing, continuity camera, better interaction with its earbuds and more. I guess we'll know soon enough. Do make sure to subscribe to keep up with all the latest updates, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.